So far you've seen Lambda functions basically work with very simple parameters. What we will discuss in a little bit more detail is called higher order functions, where these are functions that accept other functions in order for it to do its job. And that's the more complicated Lambda function. So I'm going to try to keep this simple until we really move on into higher order functions. But what's going to happen is that we're going to have some, like I said before, functions that need another function in order for it to do its job. And that Lambda function is going to be the second parameter saying, okay, here's the data. This is what I want you to do with that data using that Lambda function. So you're going to see it define for a name, but then we're going to actually keep it open on exactly what we want it to do to our data that's at the very, very end of this in our body here. So in the example that I have here, I have our double any, and then we have our lambda f of x, and then the actual, whatever the function is, we're going to do it twice. So in this example, the name of double any is going to pass in a function. And that function is going to be our plus in this example, and we're passing in our parameter of 10. So notice I'm following exactly like it says here. But then with that ffx part at the very end of it, that's what the actual function is doing. So the f is going to be that plus, and then you're going to have that 10 and 10 behind it. So if you look at how it's converted to, it's very simple. You're going to add two 10s together. But notice this will work not just for plus, but it'll work for cons as well. And cons is going to be adding items to a list. Here we have A as a list. We're going to add another A to the list. And actually, it's a list of a list in this one because we're, well, that's going to be interesting later on. But that's how it works out. So notice that any parameter that we put in here is going to be a function. We don't know exactly what the name of the function is going to be, but all we know is that we are going to end up with the function and then the same two parameters behind it, whatever those parameters are and whatever that function is, in order to work out for that lambda specialty function using double any.